What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, and let's get into it. All right, so we're on Instagram. We're on Baller Alert. And if you know about Baller Alert, Shade Room, Gossip, some of these media news blogs, and I mean they generate millions and millions of dollars a year. I've noticed that I follow these for content reasons. I follow a lot of these blogs for ideas on what to make videos about. And but most of their audience, I got to be honest, is a lot of angry, bitter women. So it is what it is. But this is I thought this was a good topic to make a video on. So I wanted to actually read this. So they've got this post up. DJ Vlad criticized for threatening black professor's position following comments on Drake Kendrick Lamar feud. And let me see here. DJ Vlad recently found himself at the center of controversy after sharing his thoughts on Kendrick Lamar's new diss track aimed at Drake, titled Not Like Us. The conversation took a heated turn when Morgan Jerkins, an author, editor, and professor at Princeton University, also notably the niece of famed producer Rodney Darkchild Jerkins. Yeah, Darkchild worked with like Tony Braxton, Michael Jackson. He's a huge hit maker, or he was. He's super rich, but you would hear that Darkchild, like what was that Tony Braxton song? He wasn't man enough for me. That's a Darkchild beat. I mean, my man, but that's her uncle. This woman that DJ Vlad got at on Twitter last night. But responded to Vlad's critique of the track's mix. So yeah, Darkchild's niece, she saw a tweet that DJ Vlad put up, and then she said some stuff, but I'm gonna get into that. Vlad's response to Jerkins' initial comment sparked further debate. He questioned whether a Princeton professor was implying that a white individual has no right to voice opinions about hip-hop. Jerkins clarified her stance, asserting the importance of centering black voices in discussions about hip-hop culture, which seemed to only escalate the situation further. The exchange grew increasingly tense, with Vlad hinting at contacting Princeton University about Jerkins' remarks, and even suggesting he might influence her professional standing. This response has drawn considerable attention on social media, with many users criticizing Vlad's approach, viewing it as an overreaction and inappropriate. Given the context of the discussion, to read the rest, log on to balleralert.com. But this is going to be one, so just strap in. But let's actually look at the tweets, right? Okay, so like I said, this is Morgan Jerkins, Rodney Jerkins' niece. Kendrick's Not Like Us needed a better mix. It takes away from the song. Now that, of all the diss tracks that Kendrick released, towards Drake, Not Like Us seems like that's the one that's going to be a hit on the radio. That one is doing crazy numbers. People don't care if but here's the thing. I've been in a couple of hip hop groups and stuff, and we've been discussing the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar thing. Even though social media has Kendrick winning, I like Drake's songs better. Now that's just me. I don't dislike Kendrick. I've got several of his songs on my Spotify. The Pimp a Butterfly, all that. Kendrick is a hit maker, but I understand why Drake is in the position he's in. That's neither here nor there. But Drake, Kendrick, DJ Vlad just put out there, and I noticed there's a couple of huge Kendrick Lamar fans that also agreed with this, and they're black, saying, Yeah, I like that K-Dot is winning, but the tracks themselves aren't really catchy. Drake's tracks are more catchy, and these guys do not like Drake, and they're being honest and saying, yeah, K-Dot's got some bars, but it's kind of the Nas argument where Nas can rap, but his and this was also a narrative. Remember a few years ago, DJ Vlad got into it for criticize. He actually, you can go on the DJ Vlad YouTube channel, and he was talking about Nas is like the worst beat picker ever. He's like, he can rap, but his beat selection is trash. He said that, and it got, because it is a lot of this same backlash from black people saying, Vlad, you white. Stay out of black folks' business. You're a culture vulture, the whole deal. But yeah, Morgan Jerkins, you are white. This is a black folk affair. And then now this is the move I didn't totally respect from Vlad. He went on her page. She had the fact she had her job credentials up there that she was, and matter of fact, what was so funny, after Vlad started going at her and saying, and tagging Princeton, she went in on her Twitter profile and removed the fact that she worked for Princeton on her profile. So I thought that was interesting. So she was clearly concerned because she brought race into it. We have to be, you can say Vlad's a culture vulture and all that stuff, but the person making it a black or white issue was the black woman. You can, like I said, I know some black folks that are going to hear this are going to be like, oh no, you defended Vlad. I'm just going with the facts. We talk about facts over feelings. The person that made it a racial issue was Morgan Jerkins, not DJ Vlad. So he's going in, so a professor at Princeton, and he's intentionally tagging her place of employment into the tweets, trying to make her nervous. Like I said, she did go back and actually remove Princeton from her bio line, which I thought was interesting. So she did get nervous because she knows she made it a racial issue. You're telling me that a white person shouldn't be allowed to voice their opinion about hip hop. Is that how you interact with your students? And then she responded, what I'm saying is that you put your opinion in a discussion that's not needed. This conversation is and should center black people, not you. Vlad comes back. Don't try to change your words now. I'll be reaching out to Princeton about this on Monday. She came back. Semester's over and my contract has been completed, but thanks for trying to bully me out of a job for centering black people because you got your feelings hurt. Very retaliatory, huh? Nice tactic. Let's go back. It's called a permanent record. Every university has one. I went to Berkeley myself. People spew ignorant and bigoted comments at you publicly and then act like they're getting bullied when they get a response. Typical victim mentality. Go ahead and take that Princeton out of your body. And which I said she did. If you go on her bio, at least when I checked it earlier, she had taken, maybe she'll put it back up there, but she did go and remove Princeton from her bio, which I thought, like I said, I thought it was interesting. And she said, sweetheart, before I was a professor at Princeton, I graduated from Princeton. Laugh out loud. So what is you really saying? Good luck being a professor at Princeton. Like I said, now I got to be honest. Vlad is having a Karen moment. But again, he didn't bring the racial stuff up. It was Morgan. So I have to be fair about that. Good luck being a professor at Princeton. Again, tags her place of employment. I doubt the university supports their faculty telling non-black students to shut the F up about anything hip hop related because of their skin color. All right. And then she responds, which is not even what I said. I find it funny that you specifically chose to respond to me, belittle my academic background, and threaten my job when others responded to you in a much harsher way. Very interesting and telling. It's exactly what you said. You're just backtracking now. I never belittled your academic background, just the opposite, actually. I'm pointing out that someone claiming to represent a top Ivy League university should be held to a high standard. You're threatening your own job by publicly spewing bigotry while representing Princeton in your bio. Like I said, she's taking it out of her bio. Now, I responded to you because all the other responses are from trolls and fake accounts. You may want to think about getting a burner account like all the other bigots do. That's why they keep getting, that's how they keep from getting fired. And that is true on social media. Yeah, I've noticed that some of, a lot of people, they'll have like a cartoon character. They'll do, they don't want people to know who they are so they can say some of the foulest stuff on social media. Because yes, people will find out. And I got to be honest, my wife works in education. My wife has a very important job. I mean, she's done. She gets to travel all over the country. Sometimes I go with her, sometimes I don't. She's met like Congress people. She's met the governor. She's met Vice President Kamala Harris and stuff like that. So I understand. I try to be careful even on stuff that I say on social media, because I know that certain people, even, so I work for myself, but people would try to use something I said and try to use that against my wife. So I've always tried to be careful about what I put out on social media, because for that very reason. So I understand what Vlad's saying, but I do think he's kind of having a Karen moment, and all the multiple tagging of Princeton in his comments to her, trying to get some stuff stirred up. And like I said, she did take Princeton off her profile after this exchange. Okay, so this is someone getting into the conversation. This is how DJ Vlad feels about black people. Typical victim mentality is insane for someone who profits off of black pain. And this is the whole Vlad is a culture vulture thing. White people don't belong in hip hop, all this kind of stuff, right? But black, what's so funny is DJ Vlad's channel is the largest urban platform on YouTube. It's not even close. He has almost 6 million subscribers. The vast, overwhelming majority of them are black. So, and hell, DJ Vlad's wife is black. And what was it? You can Google this. What was it? Was it last year? DJ Vlad got into it with Corey Holcomb. And Corey Holcomb on the 5150 show actually showed a picture of DJ Vlad's wife. And I know I was surprised that video stream from Corey Holcomb didn't get, it may be down now, but it definitely made the news cycle, because Corey Holcomb, some people thought Corey Holcomb went over the line because he put up a picture of DJ Vlad's wife. I don't know if I would have done that. And I know YouTube has certain, terms of service and all that kind of stuff, but you can Google the whole Corey Holcomb, DJ Vlad thing, where Corey Holcomb exposed DJ Vlad's wife, and like I said, she is a black woman. So it did seem kind of strange that he has a black wife, and he's at this woman's place of employment, trying to get her out the pocket. All right. A black one. Okay. Oh, yes. Now I want to talk about this. Christy Tillman. This woman, let me actually read what she said. Christy Tillman. Vlad was tweeting his opinion on his own timeline, not bothering anyone. Just like everyone else, she decided to seek him out, quote tweet, and tell him he couldn't have an opinion because he's white. And now she's the victim. Oh, okay. Now, I wanted to mention that because this woman, Christy Tillman, she got a ton of backlash. And I remember Tariq Nasheed, I'm going to go to his Twitter. He actually called her out, and, he has a whole thing about black people being off code and all this kind of thing. But I'll save that for later. But I just remember this woman, Christy Tillman, and this person responded to her. A black woman defending DJ Vlad attempting to get a black female professor fired over a frivolous tweet is crazy. He could have ignored the tweet. She didn't say anything offensive to him personally. Adding the university and calling for her to lose her livelihood over that is wild. Like I said, I did think he went a little Karen, but I'm going to head over to Twitter because there's so much stuff going. The way this ends is crazy. But let me go to Twitter and then we'll get back into it. All right, so we're on Twitter. We're on the Twitter account or the X account of Riza Islam. Now, if you know who Riza Islam is, he's a minister. He's a member of the Nation of Islam. I've seen him on, a variety of different talk shows. He's been on with Zoe Williams, who I love and respect. Zoe Williams. I haven't chopped it up with Zoe. Me and Zoe used to follow each other on Instagram, and his old account, me and Zoe, when he was on the 5150 show with Corey Holcomb, I used to talk to Zoe all the time. But Zoe was the one. The first time I saw Riza Islam, he was a regular guest. He probably still appears on Zoe's show, but I haven't kept up with Zoe as much since he hasn't been appearing on Corey Holcomb's 5150 show, because that's where I saw Zoe. Zoe was on that show for like over a decade, and then, him and Corey kind of had a disagreement. They're at least cool now, but when they went their separate ways, I still watch Corey's 5150 show. I'm subscribed to Zoe's channel, but a lot of times the content is not as enjoyable to me. But always, when I see Riza, I always try to stop and check it out. But Riza Islam sent this out in response to Vlad trying to get this black woman fired. Message to the bloodsuckers of our people like Vlad, nicknamed for Vladimir and Vladislav. Vlad Dracula, who was a cannibal and who the story of Dracula the vampire stems from. Stay in your place and stop being a damn abuse. Stop abusing our people. I had to clean that up because he's got a little typo there. We have to demand respect for our people by first respecting ourselves. Vlad, you are a guest in our culture. We have no clue who invited you, yet you only eat off of us as the vampire you are named after. Again, correct yourself. And this is a clip of him on someone else's podcast explaining why he will never go on Vlad TV's YouTube channel. He had told this story a few years ago. This is back in the day when I watched Vlad TV's channel a lot back in the day because he used to have all the great hip hop interviews. He used to get like Nori, he'd get Charlemagne the God was a regular guest on there. Joe Budden would pop up. Obviously, Joe Budden and Vlad are not cool now, but Joe Budden used to do Vlad stuff. Lord Jamar was a regular feature. Before we had all the Boosie Vlad interviews, it was always the Lord Jamar Vlad interviews, and Vlad and Lord Jamar both said they were friends. At one point, Minister Louis Farrakhan said something. He did an interview and he was talking about holding the Jews accountable for different things that they've done towards black people. I don't have the direct quotes, but I know that Vlad took issue with what Minister Farrakhan said, and he put something out, but he misquoted the minister. And at that time, Godfrey, the comedian who was also who had started being in regular rotation on Vlad's channel, and Lord Jamar, they both talked to Vlad. And like I said, Jamar and Vlad, Jamar has, Lord Jamar's admitted, he considered Vlad a friend. He's been to Vlad's home. They were cool. So But Lord Jamar loves Minister Farrakhan, and Godfrey loves Minister Farrakhan. And they talked to Vlad, and they were like, yo, you put out some misleading information. You need to apologize and correct the public record. And Vlad has talked about this multiple times. He felt like Lord Jamar and Godfrey were both bullying him. And that was when Lord Jamar and Godfrey both said, well, I'm out of here. I'm not doing your channel anymore. And that's when Lord Jamar asked black people to stop appearing on Vlad's channel. That obviously has not worked because Vlad's platform has grown at least another million or so subs since he fell out with Lord Jamar, and then he just replaced Lord Jamar with Boosie, and he replaced TK Kirkland, and then he also replaced Godfrey with Aries Spears, because it's pretty clear that Aries Spears is in regular rotation now, so that he can get those comedic. He's done like in the last year, he's done like at least 3 interviews, and I know they've got another one coming up. So, but this, Rizza Islam had said that Vlad had asked him to appear on the channel. And obviously after and I think at that time he said he had considered it. And then the comments about Minister Farrakhan came out. When that happened, he was like, oh no, I can't rock with you on that, right? So at that point, that's when Rizza Islam was like, he will not apologize to the minister, so I'm never going to appear on Vlad TV. And this is kind of what him explaining this, but I've heard him explain that on other platforms as well. All right, so remember that woman that I showed on the Baller Alert page, the Christy Tillman? This got the attention of Tariq Nasheed. Now, full disclosure, I don't actually know Tariq Nasheed, but I have had some interactions with him and, trying to network and do business with him. I think it was around 2017. He had put out a call on his broadcast. He was looking for people that are writers. He was looking for artists to work with. He has like news. He had I think it's Melanoid Nation. I don't think he's still doing it. He may still be doing it, but I haven't seen him post anything from Melanoid Nation in a while. So that might be a defunct. He had a news blog called Melanoid Nation. He was looking for writers, and he was also working on a film called 1804, The Hidden History of Haiti. And he was looking for artists to contribute to that. And my dear friend and brother, Kanan White, who is the artist on Brand Book 1 and Brand Book 2, I messaged him. I was like, hey, Tariq is looking for artists to work on his new movie. So I messaged Tariq and I gave the info to Kanan. Kanan hit Tariq up. And if you watch the movie 1804, Hidden History of Haiti, I think it's within the first 10, 15 minutes. It's one of the early segments in the film. They do a segment on a Haitian revolutionary by the name of Dutty Bookman. And you see there's a picture there where they're burning Dutty Bookman at the stake. They're burning him. That artwork that is used in the film was drawn by Kanan White. So that is the only real connection I have to Tariq Nasheed. I watched 1804 with Kanan, and we got tickled when we saw that part of the movie. And I actually gave Kanan, I gifted him a copy of 1804 because, like I said, that's my boy, and he worked on my comics with me. And Tariq used some of his artwork in 1804, The Hidden History of Haiti. But Tariq obviously had a problem with this young lady, Christy Tillman, coming to the defense of DJ Vlad. And like I said, I don't think he should have been atting her job trying to get her fired or anything. I thought that was wild. But it is what it is. But as you can see, this is the maid from Gone with the Wind. Was that Hattie McDaniel? She won an Academy Award But I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. I remember that part. But yeah, she's the first black person, period, to win an Academy Award. But that is Hattie McDaniel. But this is obviously Tariq telling this woman that she is a Sambo for putting on the cape for a white person. So he is, and then he did a whole broadcast, Tariq Nasheed, The Reckoning of DJ Vlad. And I watched the whole broadcast. He's going, now if you don't know about, Tariq has a history with DJ Vlad as well. This was going back to like 2016, 2017. This was when Lord Jamar, Godfrey hadn't came yet, but this is Lord Jamar was still on the platform, and Tariq is cool with Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar's been in like 2 of Tariq's movies, so he was like, oh, okay, I'm cool with Lord Jamar. I think Lord Jamar was in, I know he was in Buck Breaking, and I thought he was in Hidden Colors 5 as well. And if you watch the trailer for Tariq's new movie, Microphone Check, that is dropping in the fall, Lord Jamar is in that trailer as well. So I guess that would be 3 movies that Lord Jamar has appeared in. But he was definitely in Buck Breaking, which I have that. I have several of Tariq's movies. This is, Tariq Nasheed, The Reckoning of DJ Vlad. Now, DJ Vlad obviously he saw the backlash. So let's actually read DJ Vlad. He tweeted this out this morning, and it got a lot of, you see here it's 2.3 million. Okay, since it's Monday, let me clear the air and state that I never had any intention of filing a complaint to Princeton for former Professor Morgan Jerkins, saying that white people aren't allowed to comment on Kendrick Lamar's music. She trolled me and I trolled back. I don't think she was trolling. She just said, you white, stay out of black folk business. She wasn't trolling. Whether you agree with that or not, like I said, she's the one that made it a racial issue. So black people, if you bring now, when we call white people out for making things racial, we have to call our black brothers and sisters out as well when they mention stuff about when they make things racial. Because Vlad didn't. You saw those tweets. The black woman was the one that was like, "You white, stay out of black folk business." Yeah, you can say that. It is what it is. But yeah, she trolled me, I trolled back. At the end of the day, it created an interesting discussion about race relations in America. I will be discussing it further in my future interviews. So, and then you see Tariq. Now DJ Vlad is trying to backpedal and whitesplain. And like I said, DJ Vlad, his wife is black. So, like I said, if you go into that whole Corey Holcomb versus DJ Vlad, I knew DJ Vlad he never hid the fact that he loves black women and the whole thing. But he keeps his wife, he doesn't show pictures of his wife. And if you follow Vlad, he never appeared on camera for a long time. He wanted to be the behind the scenes guy. And then, certain people was like, man, you need to pop up on camera sometimes. So he started doing that. A lot of people didn't know. They just knew Vlad's voice. They didn't know what he looked like. And, but this is getting, like I said, this is getting a lot of traction. But yeah, Vlad did put this out this morning. Also need to mention that Tariq and Vlad are definitely not cool, because Tariq Nasheed did an interview with DJ Vlad, and it was actually a great interview, which Vlad has admitted that the interview he did with Tariq Nasheed was really good and he enjoyed it. But he took it off his platform because after it was around this time, Vlad interviewed Dr. Umar Johnson. He did that. The interview did really well. That interview is still on Vlad's channel. He then invited Tariq Nasheed on. They had another great conversation, right? Tariq Nasheed has a problem with a gentleman by the name of Tommy Sotomayor. And if you watch Tariq's channel, he does a comedy character, a puppet called Crispy. And Crispy is a parody of Tommy Sotomayor. And, he made a video game. He was selling like t-shirts, all kind of things. With the Crispy Puppet was one of the most popular things Tariq Nasheed did. But it comes from Tariq Nasheed having an issue with Tommy Sotomayor. And when Tommy Sotomayor tweeted out that he was going to be on Vlad, obviously Tariq's in LA. And he had been on Vlad's channel already. So you get the infamous video of Tariq Nasheed showing up to DJ Vlad's interview space uninvited. He filmed it and put it up on YouTube. I know DJ Vlad had a copyright strike put on Tariq Nasheed's channel, and that video got taken. But there's a lot of other channels that reacted. It's all on Reddit. If you want to find Tariq Nasheed, DJ Vlad, and Tommy Sotomayor, so you can Google it. The video will come up because there's so many. That's one thing about once you put something online, people will download it and they'll upload it to other formats. So like I said, on YouTube, it was taken. I know Tommy Sotomayor had certain things on his channel as well, showing the behind the scenes of what happened when Tariq Nasheed tried to pull up on him. He gave Tommy Sotomayor the Coon Train Award. And Tommy Sotomayor, it was a weird thing. And he was like, "Yo, what's up, Vlad?" And Vlad was like, "Hey, Tariq, I'm doing an interview." And it was the whole thing. It was super awkward, but Tommy Sotomayor had said some stuff about Tariq, and Tariq was like, "Well, you in my city now. Let me pull up on you." And so, but Vlad did not appreciate Tariq. He felt like that was unprofessional. And Tariq showing up to his interview space uninvited was not a good look. So he talked to Tariq privately, and Tariq said that, he was explaining his side of it and whatnot, and maybe he shouldn't have done that. But it started to get kind of testy, and then Vlad was like, "You know what? Let me just even though the interview's doing very well and people like the interview, I don't want to be associated with Tariq Nasheed." So he took the Tariq Nasheed interview off of all of his platforms. And like I said, I watched that interview a couple times. I thought Tariq and DJ Vlad had a great conversation, a lot of Black history, especially in Los Angeles and just in general. I thought it was a really great conversation. But now Vlad and Tariq are ops, so obviously he is going to say, "Oh, DJ Vlad is being a Karen and trying to get this sister fired from her job," and the whole deal. But like I said, there's a lot to unpack on this. Do you guys, and like I said, I understand this is a long video, but this was more than a 5-minute conversation. So first of all, if you are still here and you're still rocking with us, I appreciate you guys so much for actually listening. I would very much like to have a dialogue with you on this. And, do you think Vlad's a culture vulture? Should he not do this? What do you think about Professor Jenkins saying that white people should stay out of Black folks' business in hip hop, all that kind of thing? Do you think she should have just, she has a right to voice her opinion, but like I said, when she quote tweeted him and then he responded and the whole deal, it started going out. And like I said, obviously Baller Alert has if you want to see where angry women are, go to Baller Alert, go to the Shade Room. So there are a lot of angry Black women in the comments on Baller Alert, and they are tearing Vlad a new one. And like I said, obviously we have people like Riza Islam and Tariq getting in there and weighing in on DJ Vlad. But like I said, let's have this conversation, get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, if you are not subscribed and you like my content, please give me a follow. We want you here. Give me a follow. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on X. I'm on Threads, all at Ikari Press. And if you type in IkariPress.com, it will take you to my comic book brand, Way of the Gun, which I did with Kanan White, who I mentioned previously. I also have the link to my Gumroad in the description as well. You can check out what Brand Book 1 is there, and Dame Drop Super Official that I also did with Kanan White. Kanan's my guy. I love Kanan. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out.